Yeah, I was going out there. So I've been playing a lot of Night of the Dead here, and I think I'm about 13, 14 hours into the game, and I have 10 tips to start with. We'll see if I get any more down the road, but these are things that I've found kind of the hard way, and if you've seen my other video, you'll see a few of these in the mix there. The very first thing I would throw out there is when you get your research uh, station built, the first thing you really want to start putting points into, and not necessarily all the way over across, but just the first one or two, is the backpack storage. You will constantly run into inventory issues throughout the very beginning of the game. So it's highly recommended to put the points into that and just open up your space. The number two thing is something I have not put my points into at all, and it sucks, which is put your points into the research building cost reduction. I can't remember exactly what it's called off the top of my head, but when you look at the tree, it gives you a drastic reduction in how much things cost to build, and you're going to be building a lot of stuff, so you want to put the points into that. The number three thing is what I'm going to call personal storage, which this is not backpack storage, but the other little pouches you can get for ammo and raw items and things like that. I'm not exactly sure how they work. I think they make your item stacks bigger, I think. I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but you definitely want to upgrade those because those give you additional storage as well. Number four is going to be upgrading your wooden stuff to concrete. Again, see the other video I posted for Night of the Dead. Wood burns. Number five. This is also see previous video. If your base catches fire and something is burning, dismantle that part before it catches the next part on fire. I don't know if you can actually put anything out in this game, but you can certainly deconstruct the item while it's burning and keep it from going to the other items. If I'd have known that, I could have saved a lot of my base. So, yeah, deconstruct while you're burning. Number six, you want to build some in your base and your traps and everything. You want to build some way that you can get out and repair and reload the traps you have. One thing I'm thinking about doing is like a channel or maybe a raised up section where I can just look over the side and repair and reload and everything. You do not want to get hit with by the zombies, and you do not want to get hit by the traps while the zombies are in them. You just want to be able to get far enough there that you can hit them and reload them as many as possible, because I mean that's your defense right there. Number seven, don't be afraid to dismantle things. If you dismantle things, from what I understand, you get everything back, and it even looks like when my fire happened I got most everything back, so plan accordingly. Number eight, traps don't catch fire, or so I'm told. I think I saw that when I was dealing with my stuff, but I was watching somebody else's video and they were saying that the traps won't catch fire. Even though they're made of wood, you can't upgrade them or anything. They just don't burn, so you're good there. Just make sure your base is not wood. Number nine, get your animal traps out sooner than later. I waited for a few hours before I started putting the traps out. Get the small traps out as quickly as you can, because you're going to need the rabbit skins to upgrade your weapons, your pickaxe, your spear, and all that stuff. They all take a rabbit skin and a rabbit bone and some other stuff in there too. But when you start upgrading those and then starting putting points into your research to upgrade your your speed at taking down trees and picking at boulders and rocks and stuff like that, it all helps. And getting those plus modifiers with the rabbit skins help. And then the rabbit skins you're required to have the small rabbit meat to build the larger traps anyway. So then you can start getting deer and pigs and things like that. So you definitely want to get those traps down quickly and start getting animals in, and then get bigger animals and get that stuff in. One of the things that they want you to make requires 10 large pieces of meat, and deer only give you regular meat. You have to get the bigger animals, so it's better to keep get that rolling as soon as possible. I think I'm as many hours as I'm in, I only have 4 or 5 pieces of large meat, maybe 3. It's not very much. I haven't caught very many. So get your animal traps out as soon as you can and build up as much as you can. And then the final tip is one that I learned the hard way, very hard way. Do not have your research and your bedroll, bed, whatever you've got built, all your storage. Do not have all of that in the same base that you're defending against the horde. Because when you lose all of it, you lose it all. And it's pretty brutal to have to restart, which I'm contemplating how I'm going to restart my match. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, those are the 10 tips that I have for Night of the Dead. And hope you learned something. And maybe we'll be back with some more. We'll see. I'm going to continue my playthrough and see where we end up on the next video. Anyway, take care.